set my soul on fire. Baby, you set my soul on You set my soul on fire.
Okay, so I'm not in the gym, as you can see. Basically, this is Wednesday today. I filmed this entire video on Monday. I've come to edit it. Turns out I didn't actually plug the microphone in. So yeah, the carbs have got to me. I filmed the entire YouTube video without any decent audio. So basically what I'm going to do is run through the session now. I've got my logbook. I'll give you the prep update all now at the start of the video today. And then what I've done is I've just turned the rest of the footage, because it was a good session. There was some good sets in there. I've just turned that into sort of like a edit type thing, just raw training with music over the top that you can then watch after I've given you all the updates. So there is still a video of some training in there. There's a few good clips, which is why I do still want to post it. You know, I did a very good set on incline prime, did some good posing where you can actually see my condition of once, which is good. So yeah, I'll just run through now, give you all the prep update, go through the logbook with my session, sort of explain the push session that I was doing, and just catch you all up that way. And then you can just either click off when it gets boring, or just go and watch me do some raw sets. Okay, no idea if you'll be able to see this, but this is one of the shots from Monday's check-in. Let me lower the phone brightness. Does that then work? That's too dull. What about there? Oh, we're getting somewhere. No, yes, maybe. Right, anyway, that was Monday's check-in. So this video was filmed on Monday. So Monday morning, checked in with Tom. I'm on the chat now. So I weighed in at 215.3 pounds. So that was the lowest weigh-in so far of prep, I believe. So that was good. I was incredibly inflamed during those photos. You know, I was retaining quite a lot of water because the weekend prior, so last weekend, I was traveling, I was away, and I barely slept. It was a pretty tough time. I got 1 hour's sleep Friday night, 2 hours Saturday night, and was up every day, you know, at 5:30, 6 a.m. going to the gym to do cardio. So all cardio was done, all meals were hit, all training was achieved. It was just, I was incredibly busy, incredibly low sleep. So that did sort of impact me quite heavily. Monday I was pretty beaten up, feeling horrendous. So the fact I weighed in lighter, despite after all that, was a very good sign. And actually since then, I've dropped another 2 pounds without having made any changes. So plenty is still coming off. So yeah, on Monday for the check-in I was 215 pounds, whatever I just said. Yeah, I was 215 pounds. And then yesterday I weighed in at 214 pounds, so another pound down. So things are moving. I've got my next check-in tomorrow, so that'll be in the next video. But things are moving. Off the back of that check-in, Tom was like, yeah, no changes needed. We don't need to do anything. We're just going to keep pushing now. Cardio is still at 30 minutes a day. Steps are still 13,500. Food is exactly where it was the week prior. So literally nothing has changed, which is not very exciting. But, you know, don't fix something that isn't broken. Just keep cracking on with it. So yeah, that's 9.5 weeks out from the Pro Qualifier, 7.5 weeks out from the regional. So, you know, still a very good chunk of time, still over 50 days worth of fat loss and stuff like that. And we've barely pushed anything yet. Like, it's pretty easy, pretty comfortable. There is high cardio, and food's not the highest it's been. Like, it is, you know, for my size, it is not vast quantities, but it's significantly higher than I've been on other preps. So it's manageable. I am feeling it. My legs are starting to get heavy, but that's also just due to lack of sleep and being so busy all the time. So overall, managing well, hanging in there. So for the prep update, that's pretty much all there is to it. There's not that much to go over, not very exciting. To the logbook, in terms of Monday's session, obviously I was training at the hashtag Mecca, which you have seen. I was training with Finn, one of my clients. Started with the Prime Pec Fly. You know, I love the Prime Pec Fly because you can alter the resistance profile, meaning we use it on mode set 4, which means it gets harder as you get the pecs short. So it's hardest here and it gets a little bit lighter here, which is great for the start of the session because our pecs are fresh. We have a great ability to get them short because they're not fatigued, and obviously that's where majority of the stimulus is going to occur. So, you know, proper rinsing that short range whilst we are fresh is ideal. So 2 sets of that to start with. Then move on to the incline prime press. I was running the Atlantis press prior, but I've moved over to the incline prime now for prep, just because one, it got reupholstered, so it got a whole new upholstery put on it, which looked aesthetically pleasing, so I wanted to use it because I'm quite simple. And 2, it's also had new handles put on, so it feels a lot nicer. So I'll do a neutral grip just because it keeps my elbows slightly closer together, which means at the top I get a much better squeeze. I load it 50% on the middle peg and 50% on the top peg, give or take a few, just because it has a very nice resistance curve there. Feels lovely pressing. That's just my preference for loading it. On the back offset, I will then load 75% on the top peg and 25% on the middle peg, meaning it just drops off a little bit more as we get it short because fatigue accumulates. So yeah, on the prime, which you'll see this week, I did 4 plates and 5 kilos total per side. That's 2 plates on the middle peg, 2 plates plus a 5 on the top peg. For the top set, I got 6 there. Back offset, we did 2 on the top, 1 on the middle peg, and got 12 plus there. So 2 very good sets. Then go on to the Cybex, so a flat machine pin loaded chest press. The Cybex Eagle is lovely because it converges very nicely, so you get a really good squeeze at the top. Because it's on a cable machine, there's constant tension throughout your pecs. So plenty of sets there. Throw in a drop set as well, and then went on to a just a free weight cable press. So on the cables, set your bench up, get your D-handles. We did 3 sets of just really focusing. So it's sort of like a pec fly. You come down to sort of a press position, then we go up and we really focus on squeezing our elbows across the midline of your body, because that is the function of the pec, it is to bring your elbow across the midline of your body. So cable press, we can set it up very nicely where we're focused on just squeezing here and really rinsing that short range. And that's a much more contraction-based movement. You know, we've done our heavy pressing by this point. We're not trying to shift weight, we're just trying to really feel the muscle work and absolutely rinse it for all it's worth, because that is the final chest exercise. Then we moved into a lateral raise, cuffed lateral raise. My favourite delt exercise by an absolute mile, and actually the only direct delt work on this push day. Reason being, my delts are quite a strong point. My chest used to be quite a weak point. So my chest needs a little bit of extra volume, which is why I set it up as like a chest and arms day, because I need more arms as well. And then just do 1 delt direct exercise on this day, because that's all my body requires. 3 sets on the lying lateral raise and a drop set, just because plenty of volume, because it is the only delt exercise. Then we go into the arm section. So start off with a prime preacher curl. I load it majority on the bottom peg, which means it gets harder as we get the biceps short, because the biceps are obviously fresh. So we want to rinse that short position. 2 sets on there, then into a single arm cuffed across the body extension. Again, just a really nice one for isolating the tricep head. Next up for biceps, we then go back to a step through cable curl. So D-handles behind you. We actually use the Cybex Bravo, which has a back pad, so we can brace against it. Focus on just curling up, because what that's going to do is just hit your bicep in the mid to lengthen range, and it drops off a little bit as you get the bicep short where we are fatigued. And then lastly, we did an overhead extension for our triceps, and that was literally the session wrapped up. Did some posing at the end, which you'll see. But yeah, that was the entire push session. It was a very good one. Obviously, I was a little bit watery, which you'll see in the posing, and I also was, you know, not as strong as I could have been, just due to that lack of sleep and fatigue that had built up over the weekend. But things are moving nicely. You know, we are making some really good progress. This prep, everything is flying. I am happy. Yes, my legs are heavy, but you know, pushing on and doing well. So very excited for the next 9 weeks. I'll leave the rest of the video now just to play out. There are a couple clips at the start where I do talk. The audio was managed to be saved a touch, just because the camera obviously captures its own audio. But for the most part of the video, all you can hear is background noise of weights clanging and the music blasting in the hashtag Mecca. So cut most of it out, but there are a few bits in there. Obviously, next week will be much better than this, do not worry. And I've got a videographer booked for in 2 weeks' time for a session with Danny. So the content will keep coming every single Friday without fail for the entire prep. Unless I get really tired and lazy towards the end of it. But in that case, I'll probably just pay a videographer to film me. So like and subscribe so you don't miss all of that, and I'll just let the rest of the video play out. And apologies for the mess that this video is, but you know, I saved it the best I could. So I'll catch you in the next one. Exposure look alright?
Yeah, looks sound.
Hello. It's Mike. Yeah, it's Friday. It is Monday, the 10th of July. Yeah, in for push today, chest and arms. So training with Finn today. Starting to feel a little bit prep now. We're 9.5 weeks out from the pro qualifier, 7.5 weeks out from the regional. Obviously checked in this morning, which I'll get into later in the video. But right now, we'll start with the prime pec fly, 2 sets.
Set my soul on. You set my soul on fire. Baby,
Right, double flies, 2 sets on the prime. Now onto the prime incline press. Did 4 plates, set up like this, so 50% minimum, 50% top. Did that last week for 9, so I'm going to put like a 5 or a 10 top head on top of what's on that now. See if we can get that flight 6 to 7.
still the same ones. They go. You already know. On y'all to Trini, you don't know. We still the same ones. When it come to chats, we don't take none. Shit. Bad man Jamaican. Trinity global sensation. Mobbing till the day come, yeah, till the day come. Red, white, black flag, daddy gon' shake some. Green, yellow, black flag, rude gal, shake some. We don't want no drama in this, so don't make none. Mobbing till the day come, yeah, till the day come. And the day came, still thumbing through the night, chance of light rain. I guess I really gotta show you about this Trinity King. I guess this is how it is when you from the island, man. So I took a flight to Tobago, FOG down. Man's on the ends, Londonville to the C-town. Remo with a schema and a beamer with the T down. And she wanna know me, tell me, baby, what you need now. A little buddy. Bubble up your pop, mix the curry, go dummy. Whole fam, ice on no funny. From the Ville to the Ville, shout out Teddy, that's the Tuggies. Still the same ones. When it come to chats, we don't take none. Bad man Jamaica. Trinity global sensation. Mobbing till the day come, yeah, till the day come. Red, white, black flag, daddy gon' shake some. Green, yellow, black flag, rude gal, shake some. We don't want no drama in this, so don't make none. Mobbing till the day come, yeah, till the day come.
Say they want smoke, when we see them, they don't say none. Yeah, they all talk on them stories, they be made up. Really putting work, all them nights, we done stayed up. Really from the islands, whole fan from Jamaica. Yard man style when my come true. Cooler with my pops and my uncle. Joints on standpipe jungle. Shout out to my cousin, yeah, 1-2, yeah. Never force a vibe, let it come to you. I tell man, sell a tofu. Really in the trenches, eating soul food. Certain places you can't go to. Bear gun, man, and now you're rare.
Still the same ones. When it come to chats, we don't take none. Bad man Jamaica. Trinity global sensation. Mobbing till the day come, yeah, till the day come. Red, white, black flag, daddy gon' shake some. Green, yellow, black flag, rude gal, shake some. We don't want no drama in this, so don't make none. Mobbing till the day come, yeah, till the day come. What's good, Dama? ISO to the NDs, yeah. Open up the door, watch all the G's forward. Smoke clouds follow while we hit another quarter. 50s in a carry-on, feel like a transporter. It's a privilege to know me, that's 100 on my broski. 1-2 punch, damn this thing hitting fully. Fresh pot of gumbo and we back up on our bully. Beat by Dama, shout out to the boy Cookie. Now I'm everything I could be, shades on with a hoodie. Off a little something, so you think I got my eyes closed. These is one and none, no baby, these is not those. Getting so much chicken blockheads out of tacos. Getting so much packs like we gotta scan a barcode. Getting so much A, cause we working out of ISO. Should've went Indies, but you didn't, now you dry snow. Baby, come to Brooklyn, yeah, you know they moving Shutterstone. Told her pull it over, ain't gotta read no rice though. Everything a process, checking in deposits. Got a shoe closet, many complex closet. He a true prophet, in a true pocket. Racket club days, yeah, we used to be on Moffitt. Getting so much, what was so much in this world? Mine is what you make it, then every day's a turf. I ain't never settled, so you better up the skirt. Put the pedal to the flirt, yo, check the dashboard. Getting so much, what was so much in this world? Mine is what you make it, then every day's a turn. I ain't never settled, so you better up the skirt. Put the pedal to the flirt, yo, check the dashboard. Cause they open up the door to G's forward. Smoke clouds follow while we hit another quarter. 50s in a carry-on, feel like a transporter. It's a privilege to know me, that's 100 on my broski. 1-2 punch, damn this thing hitting fully. Fresh pot of gumbo and we back up on our bully. Beat by Diamond, shout out to the boy Cushy. Now I'm everything I could be, shades on with a hoodie.
Hey, you know that hoodie ISO. When we touch stage, and you know that it's a light show. If you ain't got no Zod, then you can't join the site, bro. It's in the hood, doing stick-ups with a rifle. I just keep it business, man, if I don't really like you. She was tryna front, but she still let me pipe, though. I can stay fat, I don't need lipo. Saving up my breath for insurance like Geico. Getting to the chicken like we eating out at Roscoe's. We was in the hood, really trapping up for iPhones. People move fake, then they act like they're reliable. Always speak truth, right hand on the Bible. Never stoop low, I'ma always take the high road. Now my son won, I'm like, damn, where the time go? If I say I love you, I'ma always tuck my pride, bro. I'm Esco with the bars, got me feeling like Pablo. Ayy, living for the moment, I don't know about tomorrow. Do this for the people that just wanna see me shine, though. They was tryna rush us, but we really took our time, though. You ask me how I'm feeling, I'ma speak what's on my mind, bro. Book another flight, I think I'm tryna go to Cabo. I just wanna travel, going in and out of time zone. Came up from the bottom, and this is really mind blown. Conscious to the U and Dillmatic, we the combo. Yeah, Indies. Get into it. Get into it. Get into the chicken. Dama on the beat.